Hello golfers, John Dunigan coming at you with more Carside coaching. I want to talk to you about the rules of the road, rules of engagement if you will, as far as your golf game goes. Let us assume that you have a functional grip, which is a huge assumption. I would say that 99% of the club golfers that I see in early junior golfers have a completely dysfunctional grip. They're holding the golf club in a way that is absolutely impeding their progress at the game. Setup, let's get that stuff straight. I mean, there's no reason to hold the golf club poorly, folks. There's no reason. The way you hold it has to be functional, not comfortable. So we'll do that with a video, at the range, how to get that taken care of. But let's say you've got that set. The rules of engagement are this: you swing, you make an attempt to hit the golf ball to the target. Now that's also another assumption, because a lot of golfers are not making an attempt to hit the golf ball to the target. They are making an attempt to simply hit the ball. So you can go this with a golf club and hit the damn ball. It's a little bit more involved than that. So, my rules. The ball's job, find the hole. Club's job, send the ball to the hole. Your job, swing the golf club. Most golfers, except at the high level, are just trying to hit the ball. And a major shift in your paradigm of golf is when you realize, wait a second, it's not about the ball. When I am not hitting the golf ball solidly, I'm doing something with my club that's causing that to happen. I need to alter what I'm doing with the club. Hit the ball more in the middle of the face with the club, hit the ground over here more with the golf club, get the club moving more to the right, get the club face moving more to the left, or what have you. You've got to do your job. If indeed you are doing the club's job, which is hit the ball, who's taking care of your job? Major impediment to improvement. Like, can't do it. So, when you make an attempt to hit the golf ball to the target, darn it, the first thing that happens, you swing it back. First thing that happens on the downswing is contact. So I want you to always, universally, address contact first. Fat, thin, heel, toe, high, low on the face, or right in the center. Evaluate that first, because if the golf ball's not getting hit toward the center of the face, or very damn close to it, by the way, it's a lot. That sweet spot on your driver is a whole bunch smaller than you think it is, or than you're told it is. Go there first. Nail down centered contact. Then you can start working on the next part. After contact, the ball hopefully takes off in a direction. That takeoff is very largely the club face angle. The club face is out to the right. Guess what? Ball's going to take off to the right. Club face is out to the left. Ball's going to take off to the left. Now, folks, how on earth is focusing on the golf ball going to help you alter what that club face does? I don't get it. Well, after the ball takes off, it often curves. Now, the curve is due to there being a difference between the face and the path, but it also comes back to number one, contact. So with your driver particularly, any wood, but driver the most, you'll notice that the club face is not flat, it is rounded. So when you hit the ball off the heel of the driver, the ball will take off left because the heel is actually pointed to the left of the center of the club face. When you hit it on the toe, the toe is rounded, so the ball will take off to the right more. Why? Because these guys who build these golf clubs are geniuses. they know that when you hit a toe ball with the driver, that's going to put hook spin on the golf ball. So they move the face out to the right so that it hooks closer to the center of the fairway. Gear effect is your friend, by the way, if you know how to use it. And a heel ball, they know that that's going to slice to the right if you're a right-handed golfer. And so they point the face off to the left before it curves to the right. So your curve, your contact affects both takeoff and curve, which is why you have to go with the contact first. And I don't know if I invented this phrase, but I like to use this one. It's called gear effect override, meaning this gear effect where the ball and the club face act as opposing gears, so that, well, too hard to describe in the car without crashing the damn car. The gear effect is what's causing heel balls to fade, toe balls to hook. It's an opposing effect. The face turns to the left on a heel hit, but while the ball's stuck to it, it gets turned to the right. That's the gearing. And hence fade spin. So the point being, go contact first, because contact overrides what we call club delivery with the face and path. You can have the world's greatest draw swing, and I've seen this thousands of times now, where the golfer is actually swinging the club exactly the way they need to swing it. Yet the ball fades. They're trying to hit a draw, they're swinging a draw, they hit the ball 2 dimples toward the heel, outside of center, and their draw is now fading. If they go, oh my gosh, I'm fading it now, if they do that first, rather than, oh, I'm hitting it a little bit off the heel, you might go fixing a swing that ain't broke. And that is not a really good idea. So, rules of engagement, to summarize. What happens first? Contact. Evaluate that first. What happens second? Takeoff. What happens third? Curve. And lastly, I would like you to stop trying to hit the golf ball straight, because you ain't that good. And when you hit the ball straight, your misses go both ways, right and left. And that is very hard to play competitive golf with. So we want one-way misses. That means that your draw either goes straight, draws a little more, or draws too much. But that double cross, when you're hitting draw and it fades, that's a disaster. So a lot of your practice time should be developing a shot curve you can trust. Whether it's more or less doesn't really matter. In fact, in your calibration, we should probably go, uh-oh, I can't control the curve, go ahead and curve it more. And then kind of squeeze it back down to a more acceptable curve amount. But I'll tell you what, Bubba Watson's putting a lot of curve on that golf ball, isn't he? All right, folks. John Dunigan out. Hit him great.